I've got some stuff about struggle here from a quote book. So some of you might recognize this. It's a quote book that I was gifted. It was blank, and I've been filling it up slowly. I've got about 126 quotes in here. And I thought I would talk about struggle because I found some really good quotes that I thought I might expand upon a little bit, and maybe it might give you an idea of how I see struggle and how I'm learning to kind of embrace it as much as I can. So here's a quote. "What a privilege it is to struggle for a life you actually want instead of settling for one you don't." That's arguably like my biggest fear, is this idea of settling for a mediocre life, a life I hate. You know, I don't understand the concept of settling, or, you know, what is it, like being content? Like I don't get that. I don't understand how people can be content. And I'm not throwing shade at them. Like, look, everyone's different. I'm just saying, for me personally, that's not something that I feel that I can do. And, you know, I've tried a normal life in the past, and it's never worked out. It's always ended like pretty, it's always been catastrophic. And I think it's by design. You know, I don't think I'm supposed to be that kind of person. It's not who I am. It's not what my life is supposed to be. But I'm also, I know what I love to do in life, and I know what I don't like to do in life. And I'm very clear on those things. I feel like my goals are very clear, but I don't know, everything future-wise just seems like a blank canvas. Like, it could go either way, and there's really no way of knowing. But this bit about struggling for a life you actually want and how that's a privilege, like, I completely agree. I think that sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that when you're struggling, because like some people never get to pursue these things. Like, for whatever reason, there's just blockades in the way, barriers in the way that prevent them from being able to pursue their goals, whatever they may be. And so, yes, it is a privilege to try. Not everyone gets this chance. Some people are trapped in lives they never chose. You're fighting for a future that feels right to your soul. It's kind of expanding on what I just said, but also, like, when I think about what resonates with me and what doesn't, like, I could never be passionate about like a customer service job or a marketing job, because they don't inspire me. You know, I see all the problems. I see how underpaid people are, how disrespected people get treated, how exhausted you are mentally, physically, emotionally after every single shift. Some shifts are better than others, but most of them, you know, you're not working, you're surviving. You're trying to just get through it and get the money. But sometimes, you know, you get to the end of it and you've been taxed like crazy, and there's never enough money, and prices go up, and you're just disrespected. You know, like I worked a dinner the other day, and it was for a company that was very vain, superficial kind of vibes. Lots of people in the audience that were like that. Not everyone, most people were lovely, but there was a few just rude people. And look, people have been rude to me a million times over. You know, if you've ever worked in customer service, I mean, people being rude is like the rain in Manchester. It's just something that you expect. But there are, every now and again, just moments where it kind of hits you. And I don't know if that's because, like, you're desperately trying to get away from this life that you don't want to lead, or you hate how people undermine you or make you feel lesser than, or the fact that, you know, like, the goals aren't working out, the dreams ain't becoming a reality. And you know, for me, like, I keep getting older, and people are like, "Oh, is this your career?" And I'm like, "No, it's not. It's never been my career." And it's sad to feel like it even could be. Nothing against the job. A job is a job, but it's just, I could never do the things I love as a hobby. You know, you don't sacrifice blood, sweat, and tears and everything that you have for a hobby. when it's in your soul, when it's who you are, nothing else will do. And it's exhausting, but I would rather suffer and struggle and seemingly be chasing a dream that most people think is a pipe dream than accept a life of mediocrity and misery and know forever that, I'm destined for misery. Like, what is the point in that? That makes no sense at all. Your struggle is not a punishment. It's a sign that you refuse to live on autopilot. Most people never even try.